Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, December 14th, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Okay, I am close to getting caught up from a long weekend away and not dealing with the minutia of Eye on Annapolis. If I owe you a phone call or an email, I promise you I will get it to you today. All right, news. Let's get into it, shall we? The Maryland Attorney General's Independent Investigation Division is doing their job. The police-involved fatal shooting back on November 28th is the first in Anne Arundel County, and I believe the state, where they are investigating it. Well, according to the new law, they need to release any body-worn camera footage publicly, and they did just that yesterday. We do have the footage at eyeonannapolis.net, and I will warn you, it is graphic, but there are certain scenes that are blurred out. Take a look. It's very interesting to see the police perspective for sure. I'm not sure how I feel about this just yet. It seems like it may be just a piece of the investigation, offering just a partial picture of what may allow the public to become the judge and jury, and I'm not sure that's a good thing. So my jury is still out on this. Reminder that tonight at 6 p.m., the Annapolis Police Department will be streaming a town hall. They handpicked some people to attend in person, but the bulk of us will have to watch it on the city's Facebook or YouTube pages. Again, we asked the spokesperson for the city why it couldn't be held with a larger venue and more people able to participate, and we were told that they didn't have the capability to stream it as well as handle the capacity from a remote location. However, that same spokesperson sent out a memo yesterday saying that the city is required to redraw the ward boundary lines and a task force has been established and they want the public input, so they will be inviting the public in person on Friday, December 21st at the Pip Moyer Rec Center at 7 p.m. And in order to reach as many people as possible, somehow magically, they are going to be streaming it as well from the Pip Moyer Rec Center. They want input via person, via live stream, via web forum, via email, or even snail mail. Sounds to me like the public input is good for some topics and maybe not so good for others. Things that make you go, Some good news for our own AAMC. U.S. News & World Report has ranked the hospital as a high performer for maternity care. The publication recognized 237 out of 27 hospitals nationwide that offer maternity services. And maybe it's just my own ignorance, but I thought all hospitals offered maternity services. Sherry Perkins, president of Luminous Health Anne Arundel Medical Center, said, "Our families deserve the best, and this award reaffirms our commitment to providing high-quality care." So, congratulations to AAMC and the Klatenoff gang. Just a real quick follow-up to our Army-Navy game story. We did upload a ton of photos yesterday, and we highlighted a few dozen on a post at eyeonannapolis.net. You do want to check them out on the website. And we did include a Dropbox link to all of the photos, like all 2,000 of them. So if you want to scroll through a whole bunch of Army-Navy photos, Annalise Dietz did a fantastic job for us once again this year on the field. You make sure to check them out at eyeonannapolis.net. And if you want to check out her other stuff, AnnaliseDietz.com. People have been asking me about New Year's in Annapolis. Well, here is the skinny. It's going to be downscaled due to Omicron and the increasing hospital rate. In years past, there were 2 big tented events at 2 locations, and now it is a single location with no tents. It all happens at City Dock on the 31st. There will be a DJ playing outside on the dock from 4 p.m. to 5:20 p.m., and then there will be a fireworks at 5:30 p.m. for the families. Then it starts up again at 9 p.m. with a DJ playing until midnight when there will be another round of fireworks. There will not be any parking restrictions, so you can park at City Dock if you can find a spot. There may be warming bus at the Market House if it is cold enough, and there won't be any shuttle buses to the Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium anymore. There are boating restrictions in place, as there always are, and the city is also warning that they will be enforcing any parking violations. You still can park for 3 hours free at the meters, but after that, watch out. And I've seen they've been pretty aggressive this season, particularly during the Midnight Madness events. There are several restaurants with special New Year's Eve packages that I know of. Blackwall Hitch, Chart House, Latitude 38, and Carroll's Creek all have NYE packages, and all will have a great view of the harbor and the fireworks. And as we begin to wrap it up for today, let's do a Ticket Tuesday giveaway, courtesy of Ram's Head On Stage and the Military Bowl. If you want to see Stephen Kellogg on Monday the 27th, combine it with the Military Bowl and make it a great doubleheader. Send me an email or a DM or get in touch with me some way and tell me why you want to go, and maybe I will hook you up with tickets to see Stephen Kellogg and or the Military Bowl. And be sure to check out ramsheadonstage.com and see all of the great upcoming shows they've got. And for all your Military Bowl information, militarybowl.org. Some podcast news. Yesterday, we gave up the mic to Tim Hamilton of the Maryland Crabs fame, and he spoke with Paula Poundstone, as he seems to do every December, in advance of her show here at the Ram's Head On Stage this Saturday. Make sure you give that one a listen. And up this Saturday on the Local Business Spotlight is Michelle Davey with the Davey Dance Academy. Hey, and if you know of some businesses that need to be spotlighted, let me know. I'll reach out to them. All right, that is it for the news. But first, a quick thank you to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief, Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company, and the Hospice of the Chesapeake. So now hang tight. We have George Young from DCMDVA Weather standing by with your locally forecast weather report. And since you never know when you might need an attorney, we have Scott McMullen from Scott McMullen Law here today with some of his periodic legal insights for you. All of that coming up in just a few seconds.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company.
Because love is what moves us. This holiday season, I'm hoping to encourage you to think of things a little bit differently. Instead of focusing on buying presents, be present. Instead of wrapping gifts, wrap someone in a hug. Instead of sending gifts, send peace. Instead of seeing lights, be the light. Hi, I'm Kristi Neidhardt. If your dream for 2022 is a new place to call home, give yourself the gift of planning ahead. We are taking appointments between now and the end of January for people wanting to put their homes on the market this spring. Give us a call and take the first step in making the dream of your next home come true.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
Advanced illness decisions aren't always easy. Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, wants you to know you do have a choice over who provides care, what type of care, and when and where your loved one receives that care. Learn more at hospicechesapeake.org.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, December 14th. Yesterday brought a nice start to the work and school week for the Annapolis region, but the rest of the week will only be that much better as temps stay above average for the foreseeable future. Look for sunny highs today and tomorrow in the mid to upper 50s, followed by more sunshine and upper 50s to maybe mid 60s on Thursday, before more mid 50s or so on Friday, with temps then warming back up into the lower mid 60s Saturday, though that'll come with a chance of some rain showers before colder air moves in Sunday, with highs dropping back down below average a bit in the low to mid 40s. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter and use our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And of course, be sure to download our app on all of your devices by searching DCMDVA Weather from the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services, with your Clean Energy Minute. Does your home experience power outages? Or maybe you're concerned about energy resilience in general? If so, that's another great reason to consider clean, quiet solar-powered energy with battery backup. You may have heard residential solar adoption has rapidly increased during the pandemic for multiple reasons, and many homeowners, like yourself, are adding battery backup and electric vehicle charging to their solar projects. And with Maryland's residential energy storage income tax credit, along with the federal tax credit for batteries when paired with solar, the economics are quite compelling, and that secure feeling is even better. So whether you're looking for clean energy, energy resilience, or overall peace of mind with solar energy, we can help. To schedule a free solar design, call us today at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net. But hurry, sunshine's a-wasting.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You never know when you might need an attorney. It could be when the lights light up on the police car behind you. Or maybe you have $1 million idea and need to incorporate. From wills and trusts to car wrecks and arrests, Scott McMullen with the Annapolis-based Scott McMullen Law, LLC, is here to offer some insight for you with today's legal brief.
Hi, this is Scott McMullen, and this is your legal brief. 14 U.S. weird, strange, bizarre laws. I want to have a little fun today and talk about the top 14 weird, bizarre, strange laws in the United States that you might be surprised actually exist. Some of these laws were written decades ago and are more hysterical than intimidating. Others are relatively new but just are still strange, from making sure cheese is highly pleasing to only allowing fried chicken to be eaten with your fingers. These U.S. laws exist but are hard or impossible really to enforce. So the number one is Alabama. In Alabama, stink bombs are outlawed. Number two, in Arkansas, you can't honk your horn near a sandwich shop after 9 p.m. Makes sense. In Delaware, it's illegal to whisper in church. What are you supposed to yell in church? Geesh. That's an interesting one. In Georgia, it's forbidden to eat fried chicken with a knife and fork. You must eat it with your fingers in Georgia. Very interesting law. In Kansas, tire screeching is illegal. In Louisiana, taking someone else's crawfish could land you in the big house. In Maryland, you can't swear in public. Come on, this punishment for this misdemeanor charge is around $100 in Maryland. I was not aware of this. Swear words are a part of many people's everyday vocabulary. However, in Rockville, Maryland, it's illegal to curse, swear, or use obscene language near any street, highway, or sidewalk where people passing could hear you. Interesting. Rockville, Maryland. In Montana, you can't have a pet rat. Wow. In Nebraska, you can't get married if you have an STD. In New Hampshire, you can't pick up seaweed off the beach. In North Carolina, drunk bingo is banned. Well, drunk bingo is drunk, right? In Pennsylvania, it's illegal to feed your cat or dog less than once a day. In Tennessee, you can't share your Netflix password. Wow, okay. Interesting. In Wisconsin, cheese has to be delicious or at least highly pleasing. A lot of pressure there in Wisconsin. So those are the 14 weird, strange, bizarre laws in the United States. Do you have any weird, bizarre, strange laws? I think the Maryland one was pretty interesting myself. Thanks a lot. This podcast was sponsored by Scott McMullen Law, LLC at 104 Cathedral Street in Annapolis. If you have legal questions, call 443-494-9775. Again, it's 443-494-9775. Information here is not intended advice. You should contact an attorney regarding your individual situation. We invite you to contact Scott McMullen Law, LLC. Please do not send confidential information until such a time as attorney-client relationship has been established. Thank you for listening to the Scott McMullen Law Legal Brief.
Hello, Sean Lynch here from the team at Galway Bay to tell you about our very own Irish eggnog. This wonderful creamy drink is a handcrafted, traditional-style eggnog distilled and bottled in Ireland. It's made from an old Irish recipe with a blend of alcohol, spices and Irish cream that is completely unique and has now become an Annapolis tradition. When you visit one of our local restaurants here, either at Galway Bay in historic downtown Annapolis, Killarney House in Davidsonville, or Brian Brew in Severna Park, please mention this ad to your server or bartender to get a complimentary taste. Share this delicious concoction with friends and family for a thoughtful and unique holiday gift. Available by the bottle, case and half case at all 3 locations. Or go to our website at galwaybaymd.com for further information.
Also available at Pirates Cove Restaurant and Dock Bar in Galesville.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.